Hi, this is Trey Pastor, and welcome to Spielberg Saturday. Okay, like I said, I started last week reviewing. I'm going to be reviewing Spielberg movies. Like I said, I got inspired by DVD collector 1974 James, who did a top 10 list on top 10 Spielberg movies, and I realized, I haven't seen a Spielberg, the old movies, in a long time. So this will give me a chance to revisit them. Okay, and last week I reviewed Jaws, which was great to revisit that, and now the movie that I picked to review this week is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which I hadn't seen in a really, really long time. The last time I saw this was on TV, I think. That was the last time that I remember seeing this. And I think I might have seen this in the movies. I'm trying to remember. I think I did. Okay, I could have been, and this came out in 77, I believe. And I think I was 12 when that came out. Right? Yeah, I was 12 years old. Because I distinctly remember seeing this in the movie, especially the ending part. I really, really remember that, but I don't know if that's a memory from TV or the movies, but I'm thinking the movies. Anyway, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now I realized something about the title. I never knew as a kid what the third, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, because I read a little trivia thing about this. Now, Close Encounters, I guess, of the first kind would be seeing a UFO. I think Close Encounters of the second kind, I forget what that is, but Close Encounters of the Third Kind is actually making contact with aliens. Okay, that's what the title means. That's exactly what that means. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, actually meeting aliens. And this movie stars Richard Dreyfuss, Melinda Dillon, Terry Garr, I think is in this as well. Yeah, Terry Garr and Francis Truffaut. I guess he's a French actor, and Melinda Dillon, I said her name, Bob McLaughlin, and believe it or not, what's the guy's name? I said Lance Henriksen's in this as well. And basically, this is a story. It starts out actually. The movie starts out. God, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen it. With these a bunch of people going into to Mexico, and they seeing a bunch of all of a sudden they see a bunch of vintage airplanes. Basically overnight they just popped up there, and they actually try to talk to an old Mexican gentleman that's there, and he just basically says a big light came up and it spoke to him, and then all of a sudden you see all these planes there that were laid down on, not laid down, but on the ground, and of course they started them and they actually work, and these are planes that disappeared in the 1940s, so it's a big mystery there. Okay, and then next thing you know, you go back to the Midwest somewhere, and you see Richard Dreyfuss's character. I think it's Richard Neary. I think that's his name. Let's make sure I get his name. No, Roy Neary. That's his name. Roy Neary. He's married to Terry Garr. Ronnie plays Ronnie, and they have 3 kids. And he works for I think the electrical lot. I guess the power company, and then they actually call him in to work because there's like a power outage thing, and he goes reports to work, and he actually goes out there, and in the midst of driving his truck, the power goes out, and he experiences the big light above him like an alien ship, and then he sees these 3 lights pass by him, and he actually follows it down the road where he encounters other people. And then you also flash back to a scene with Melinda Dillon. She's a single mother, and her young boy actually starts running out. He wakes up in the middle of the night and sees these lights, and he actually runs out, and she actually wakes up and she sees that all the power is on, all the toys, electronic toys are operating, the TV's on, and she actually looks out the windows and sees her son running in the field, and she actually runs after him, and he runs into the road, and he runs to where Richard Dreyfuss is, and then he's like in the middle of the road, and she actually has to grab him and put out, and then you see a bunch of other people looking, and they see the lights as well. Okay, so you have these strange encounters that people are finding out all over the world, and all these weird things that are happening. In India, I think there's even a thing in India, and a bunch of scientists. They have a French scientist, but Francis Truffaut plays a scientist, and he has an interpreter. Bob McLaughlin plays his interpreter in the movie, and they bring him over as an expert, and he investigates all these different weird phenomena that's going on. And you see even Richard Dreyfuss, he becomes obsessed. He even has a thing in his head where he has this idea of a place where he can't get it out of his head. It's really disrupting his life to the point where he gets fired from his job. He even starts acting bizarre around the house and actually building a structure in his house to the point where his wife, Terry Darcy, grabs the kids and leaves them. But he's obsessed with this thing and he can't get it out of his head, this place that he has to go. And even Melinda Dillon, who starts to paint these images of this place that they have, that they see in their brain. Okay, and Melinda Dillon, her son, one day, in one of the best sequences, I deliberately remember that one of the best sequences Spielberg directed in this movie, where, all of a sudden in the middle of the night, you see the three lights come again, and it seems like it's possessing the house, and everything starts turning on, and she's screaming, grabbing her kid, trying to, run away and keep things out, and then her son basically gets taken, okay, and then the rest of the movie is, them people trying to find out what's going on and if this is an alien thing that's happening all over the world, and you have the scientists trying to keep it hush-hush, and from the other people, and of course Richard Dreyfuss, he's determined to find out what exactly is going on, and him and Melinda, of course, she wants to find her son, and they kind of hook up and go looking for this place that they have in their mind, and it's a really, really, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but it's a really suspenseful movie, and you're wondering exactly what are these aliens, are these aliens, and what do they look like exactly, what's going on, what is their purpose coming to the planet, and all this stuff, and what about the people that disappeared, and all these strange things that are happening, and it's a really good, just a really good sci-fi movie. Like I said, Richard Dreyfuss plays a good everyman, that's basically losing his mind and losing his family because he can't get this image out of his head of what this encounter that he has, and he's determined to find out exactly what it is. Okay, and then of course you have Melinda Dillon, who plays this distraught mother whose son has been taken, and she's trying to find out where he is and try to get help, and she really kind of breaks your heart in that way. But it's an excellent movie, really suspenseful, and you're wondering exactly what's going on. It keeps the suspense up, and you're wondering exactly what's going to happen, and until the climactic scene at the end, which I thought is one of the best sequences in a sci-fi movie of all time, to me, in my opinion. The scene towards the end of the movie is just fantastic. Without spoiling, I don't want to spoil that. That's just one of the great sci-fi scenes, I think, in film. Period. Spielberg has done an excellent job with this movie. Like I said, I watched the theatrical cut. I know there's a special edition cut and then the director's cut, but I watched the theatrical version because I think that's the version that I saw on TV and I think I saw in the movies. Okay, so I want to review that. So anyway, that's my review of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I would give Close Encounters of the Third Kind definitely an 8 out of 10. Definitely entertaining, keeps you at attention, wondering what's going to happen and how it's going to end, and what's it's all leading to, and it's really suspenseful and really well done by Spielberg. Okay, again, definitely an 8 out of 10 for Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Anyway, let me know what you think of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Have you seen it? What do you think of it? Please feel free to leave comments down below. And if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long for Spielberg Saturday, saying so long and take care.